This is Learning with Coach History. This is the first lesson in Africa. We'll start with East Africa, vocab, Olduvai Gorge, Aksum, Berlin Conference, cash crop, Maasai, and pandemic. East Africa is bounded on the east by the Red Sea and the Indian Ocean. East Africa includes the countries of Burundi, Djibouti, Eritrea, Ethiopia, Kenya, Rwanda, Seychelles, Somalia, Tanzania, and Uganda. East Africa is called the Cradle of Humanity. In 1931, Louis Leakey, an English archaeologist, began doing research in Olduvai Gorge. This gorge is located in northern Tanzania. It contains fossils that show human occupation dating back 2 million years. East Africa was also a place where early civilizations developed. An important civilization was Aksum. Aksum emerged in the area of present-day Ethiopia in AD 100. Its location on the Red Sea and Indian Ocean made it an important trading center. During the 500s, Aksum lost many trading partners. Trade between the Eastern Mediterranean and Asia began passing through the Persian Gulf rather than the Red Sea. Also, cutting down forests and overuse of oil led to a population decline. In the 600s, Arab, Persian, and Indian traders once again made East Africa an international trading center. Colonialization disrupts Africa. So, in the 1800s, Europe's industrialized nations became interested in Africa's raw materials. To prevent European wars over Africa, 14 European nations convened the Berlin Conference in 1884 through 1885. Their purpose was to lay down rules for dividing Africa. The European nations divided Africa without regard to where ethnic or linguistic groups lived. They set boundaries that often put traditional enemies together and separated groups that were not enemies. Europe's division of Africa is one of the root causes of the political violence and ethnic conflicts in Africa during the 20th century. By the 1970s, most of East Africa had regained its independence. However, internal disputes and civil wars among the region's countries became a serious problem. One cause of these problems was that European colonial powers hadn't prepared East African nations well for independence. Farming and tourism. East Africa is more than 60% rural. Large farms dominate the region. Since European colonization, countries have become more reliant on cash crops, such as coffee, tea, and sugar. Cash crops are grown for direct sale. They bring in revenue, but reduce the amount of farmland devoted to growing food in the region. Africa's agricultural balance is changing. People are leaving farms for the greater economic opportunities in cities. However, rapid urban growth puts a strain on the city's resources and on agricultural production. One of the main economic activities in East Africa is tourism. The region's vast wildlife parks are world famous. These parks are an important source of income for Africans. They generate millions of dollars every year. Traditional cultures. East Africa is a melting pot of more than 160 different ethnic groups. Two major ethnic groups in the region are the Maasai and the Kikuyu. The Maasai live on the grasslands of the Rift Valley in Kenya and Tanzania. Most of the Maasai herd livestock or farm land. Typical Maasai dress includes clothes made from calf skin or buffalo hide. Women wear long skirt-like robes, while men wear a shorter version of the robe. They often grease their clothes with cow fat to protect themselves from sun and rain. The Kikuyu are the largest ethnic group in Kenya. They number around 6.6 million. Their homeland is centered around Mount Kenya. Like the Maasai, the Kikuyu traditionally are herders. However, now the Kikuyu live throughout the country and work in a variety of jobs. During colonial British rule, the Kikuyu organized a society called the Mau Mau. They fought against the British. Healthcare. The people of East Africa face many healthcare problems. The most critical is acquired immune deficiency syndrome, AIDS. AIDS has become a pandemic. The pandemic is an uncontrollable outbreak of a disease affecting a large population over a wide geographic area. AIDS has had a devastating effect on Africa. AIDS education is increasing. However, many doctors in Africa say that more AIDS cases exist than are reported. Some medical geographers predict that the population of some African countries could decline by 10 to 20%.